Hello, hello, my friends. Welcome back to another stream here. We'll be drawing some Fakemon again today, so get in the chats there and let us know what you'd like to see. We're just gonna start off with some warm-up circles as we normally do. Just, get the shoulder going, get the wrist flowing. While you're thinking of ideas, tell me your favorite type of Pokemon as well. Always interested to see favorites. Mine is it's between fire and psychic. A lot of cool psychic types. For fire, I know he is kind of fire dark, but Houndoom is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. So spout off in the chat if you have any ideas there, and let me know if you what your favorite Pokemon is. Worst comes to worst, if we don't get any suggestions, we can always just I have this little guy that I brought up last week that we can do some line art and some coloring on. Maybe work on him a little bit more, because now that I am looking at him, I don't like him particularly much. Yeah, his face is a little wonky, so we might have to give that some love as well. There's just so many now that I definitely agree. It is hard to find a favorite, but I'm a hardcore Gen 2 enjoyer. Once it gets to Scarlet and Violet, I get a little dicey. I think I'd be all right if. Actually, you know what? No, after my Sunskirt incident last week, I'd probably be surprised at how poorly I do. Ooh, we got Gigi back with a lightning bee. I do like that. That is a cool idea. Welcome back, Gigi. Doing a couple circles there. Just whoop, whoop. I was trying to think when it comes to a lightning beat. Like even when it comes to what is Volbeat also an electric type? I'm just wondering that myself at the moment. Gigi, well, we got you in here. What's your favorite type of Pokemon there? Start doing some little sketches about a lightning bee. Ooh, Pikachu. Okay, Pikachu's a good one. Good classic. I did enjoy playing Pokemon Yellow quite a bit. So, trying to think for a bee here. Because I don't want to just do like another Volbeat or a Beedrill type of thing. I think we should go a little different with it this time. It's electric. Alright, well, let's start with just some shapes here. Let's just see if we can even Because, like, I'm almost picturing now more of, like, Lady in the Lady Bob form, but mixed with, like, beat drill or, so, like, something a little bit more zippy, something that looks like it has a little bit more energy to it. Houndoom is definitely my favorite. Something about a spooky dog. I mean, you know, I've always kind of worked with animals and stuff. My family did a rescue when I was a child, so it was kind of cool seeing a bunch of different dogs throughout my time. So maybe that's why I have such a penchant for the dog or the dog who almost said the other one, dog Pokemon there, because even in the new one there, lightning goes around it. Interesting. Alright, I can definitely work with that. Like, I'm thinking kind of this, like, I don't like where that hand, well, I don't hate where that hand could have been. I think we gotta raise it a little higher here to get what I want out of this. Yeah, there we go. Oh man, I always thought it was weird though, just randomly turning into a rocket launcher afterwards. Like such an assassin. Like, I guess the juxtaposition was the point, but I just they're like, oh yeah, and then rocket launcher into this ancient society. Which begs the question, were rocket launchers based on a Soul Society invention? Like, did somebody see Suzume Bachi using what's her actual name? But the Bankai form, and then the military had to copy? And then this one, I kind of want a little bit more. I don't like where that. Let's see. Because we want to give little shoulders here, and then I think we're gonna do like I think maybe because I like the idea of doing like a little fluffy collar, little Buzzlebee style. Those gloves, I think. I never thought I would be the type to use them, but I understand the necessity now when you're trying to draw and talk and find a place for your hand. Oh, that doesn't look right. That's a terribly off arm. All right, we're gonna figure that out. You know what? Let's take a quick second to look up some fun bee facts. Maybe that can help us with some ideas here. I'm honestly just going to Google electric bee facts. Bee electricity fact. I'm so glad you guys can't see this. Swarming honeybees can... I don't trust this. I'm gonna go to... Okay, swarming bee. Oh, okay. Actually. Ooh. Okay, so maybe we could have like a swarming type here. So maybe we could do two kind of forms here and do it kind of like wishy-washy. So like there's like the individual ones would look like this little guy here that we're drawing right now, but then we could come up with like a swarm form. That could be cool. That could be cool. Shocking bee facts. Ooh. Yeah, why not? All right. So the one fact that I'm just digging up here, if my computer would let me. Oh no. Now it's gonna be difficult. Window, there we go. Is that swarming bees stir up their own electric fields. So when bees fly, tiny hairs on their body vibrate as they move through the air, collecting a small amount of electrostatic charge. Now, researchers have measured the collective electric field produced by a whole swarm of buzzing, boisterous western honeybees and found it's a lot bigger than they had imagined. New scientists reports using electric field monitors and video cameras, scientists discovered these insect clouds can generate 100 to 1,000 volts per meter. That's a similar to charge density of a thunderstorm. So I think we're onto something here where we could just do... Oh, there we go. We could just do like a little lightning bee, but then like maybe try and make like a swarm form for it. And see where we go from there. I think these guys should be a little bit simpler than if we're doing like a swarm. Let comb be simple though. Actually, no. 'Cause these guys can just be tiny. Why not just tiny? And then just trying to work out this pose, so if you could... Oh, man. Maybe I should get a webcam going just so you can see me try to figure out these poses here. We're gonna figure out a new position for this arm, because I think it should be down. I think it should be down. I think that's the problem with what we're facing here. Yeah. Still not right. Should be down, though. I gotta get my hotkeys set up on this a little cleaner. That's a project for another day, though. It's like it's almost, this should be like further back. Off you go. Put you all the way down like we did last week. And just see. Poogie. Welcome. We're just coming up with an electric kind of like lightning bee here is what was suggested by one of our followers here. So we're just working on that right now. How can I... as far as how it goes, we've done a little research and we found out that bees can generate an electricity field of their own while they're swarming. Oh, well, okay, so you have been here for a little bit. Sorry if I missed there. I didn't mean to re-explain then if you've already heard. But yeah, we're thinking of making a little bee here, and then I'm gonna try and sketch out a swarm form. I don't know what that's gonna look like quite yet, but and then but yeah, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat there. One of these days I'll get my pencils in the right place there. I'm trying to not go too Wormmon with this because I really just want to do this. I really badly want to do this, but I feel like now we're just in Wormmon territory. And I feel like I've just kind of shied away. Well, you just learn so many fun animal and life facts while you're doing this. So, may I ask, if you're working on, you're making Fakemon as well. I'd love to hear some of your ideas or something that you've worked on recently. Don't worry, they're all safe here. Not going to copy or anything. Just love hearing other people's ideas, or even feel free to plug yourself there if there's something for someone else to see. And then same leg, I think, makes the most sense. I think we're getting too character-y here. Alright, we gotta make some changes. And remember what we said last week. You gotta delete your darlings. So, I kind of like the head. I'm not against where the head's at right now, but body's got to go. We're not making that a thing. I want my mechanical pencil. You know what? They're generating their own storm, so I'm just trying to think of, like, maybe even if we went a completely different route here. And again, don't be scared to delete your art. You did it once, you can do it again. So what I'm thinking now actually is kind of going in the Combi direction. Oh, come back to me. Come back to me. Okay, we're having a bit of a moment with Clip Studio. Give it a second as it sorts itself out. It didn't like what I did here. There we go. I had to bring it back. Clip Studio said no. But okay, so bring it back to, what if we did a little battery? Like there are just a bunch of little flying batteries ripping around. Now my question my question for y'all is, do we do something about this, like it being this way makes me laugh, makes me giggle, and then like just have your little like face, or you know, and then, but should, or could we, or do we go oh but long? Do we do an oops all along? You know what I mean? I feel like this is funnier. I feel like this guy's funnier. But it doesn't have to necessarily be funny. That's just what brings me a little bit of joy when I draw. If I get a good chuckle out of it. Because, like, either way, because, like, I think the idea would be, like, kind of like doing, like, a copper top kind of idea. And then you, like, oh. Actually, let's take a quick look at the old reference, you know. They literally just have like little oh, make sure that didn't mess up that. All right, that's all good. So like, I mean, we could what we could do. Most recent concept was a placeholder named Kitsune. It's a wordplay on Kitsune and Kitsuji, the craft of repairing broken. Oh, that's really cool. Fox shape that evolves to be more like a yokai fox shape. Oh, that's awesome. Fire steel. Oh, that is a really cool idea. That is a really cool idea, Poogie. And thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate you throwing that into the chat there. That was kind of one of the things when I started doing this last week. When I started doing this way back last week, is that I kind of wanted to just, you know, make a little community to chill. It's winding down for some of our East Coasters there, so, you know, a little bit of like possible sleep aid, and just, you know, chill, talk Pokemon, talk Fakemon, and draw some funny ideas. So I think I've decided we're gonna do but tall. We're gonna go but tall. The tall makes me laugh. So I think the tall it shall be. Yeah, exactly. Get everybody in here, you know, do what if they're drawing along, that's cool. If they're just doing their nightly routine, that is also very, very cool. But yeah, as long as everyone's here having a chill, nice time. Yeah, the struggle is real on that for sure. I did a couple YouTube videos. They're up on Jukes Arts on YouTube there. But where I did like a roll for sandwich style Fakemon videos, but they were kind of around D&D concepts. So just so much lore and things to look in on that, and then trying to stay in line with the trends and everything that they make, like people do for Fakemon and stuff when trying to make like a starter trio, where it's like, oh, the grass starter is always some kind of prehistoric version of itself or reference to a prehistoric animal. and then water are always, oh, I can't remember what, a weapon of some kind, I believe is what the reference is a weapon of some kind. And then the fire starters are something on the Chinese zodiac, right? Well, I appreciate you coming out to spend some time with us here, Zeph. I would. The One Piece grind though is really, that's a great time. But okay, are you guys seeing the vision here where he just he's just just a silly little guy that like flies around and and he shocks you. Like maybe even you could have like kind of like an idea, and then like a swarm of these all kind of come together to make something completely new. I just did my once a year I do a One Piece catch up. I thought Mudkip was supposed to be like oh no, Fraligator was Brass Knuckles. Or no, maybe it was Swampert. No, I can't remember off the top of my head. But I saw a video on it not too long ago explaining all of them. I'll have to refirm up my information. I made that video like 2 years ago. Now, the reality of these are take it with a grain of salt. Like none of this has, I don't think any of this has ever been said by the Pokemon company themselves. I think this is all fan speculation based on what has already existed. One of these days, I will make sure I hit P twice. You know what? Just gonna do it. Just gonna do it. Get over here. Get over here. A little bigger. Sink it down a little bit. Yeah, they all have like a... Oh, I definitely don't disagree. I think that is a very good point. Don't want to be too beholden to anything because that can stifle creativity. But sometimes it's fun to try and solve your way out of a puzzle, if that makes sense. Now, the question is, do they have arms? Or are they just this, like, vertical kind of, like... Because we do the ring. I want to, and then no. There we go. We do another one. So, what we're thinking, what I was thinking, and if anyone feels strongly otherwise, I was thinking that this would be kind of like a wishy-washy type deal, where you get a bunch of these together and they make like a swarm form, and then that's where you get this big like electric kind of monster. So I don't think it'll evolve from there, because I don't think Wishy-Washy evolves, and I also think having the two forms already. Because now it looks like it's kind of bending a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. We're below the line. I love his little smile. Yay! Hey guys! Get in there. See, and then like if we just little too much, little too big. Let's shrink that a little bit. There we go. Get it. Give us one of these. How do they do bee wings? How do they do those bee wings? They're literally just... Okay. They're just shapes. They just do shapes. We love that. We love a good just shape. Ooh, yeah, okay. I don't hate that. Bit bigger wings. There we go. I like that a bit better. What are you doing, Steam? Get out of here. There we go. Like, even... Or what if my... Come on. That's alright, we'll give it a second. It'll work itself out. Like, what if instead of... We could do even, like... Oh, I'm... Silly me. This may have already been done, but I still think this is it. Come on. Alright, let me turn you. Why are you doing this? Clip Studio is not agreeing with me today. Rotate? No. But what if we did like little outlet plugs a la an elect kid, and then they can kind of like plug into each other like we do Come on, be my friend. Why are you responding to that, but not my hand? There we go. Welcome back. Welcome back. Just, you know, like a bunch of these little goobers just flying around in the air, and then they're real tiny. I'm thinking they're small. If anyone has any good ideas for names, all ears. For our last week viewers, I did end up going with the name Korachnid instead of Bliblid. But we do have them posted on our socials. Unfortunately, I was unable to save the VOD for last week, so let's get this. Alright, now we do it. Dreaded flip. It's not too bad. Nothing that a mesh can't fix. Nothing that a mesh can't fix. Edit. Transform. Mesh transformation. It's actually not as bad as I thought it was. That's necessary. I think all we have to do is just scooch this face over a little. And then what I think I want to do is just erase this a little bit here and make this look furry. And then, you know, like, see. If there was two of them, they would just, like, you know, and merge. I don't think I want them to be like too connected. Like, I like the idea of them connecting in some places, so like maybe that's where like we get some of the arms and stuff, but I'm trying to think. So far, I have Synergy, like Synergy and B. All right. So we have this little guy. Well, here, actually, we'll CV shrink one. So then we have. Alright, now let's take a look at the other guy here that I am referencing. Wishy-washy school form. Images. kind of use general shapes. Okay. 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 We can do this for sure. Get some shapes down here. No, I don't like that. Yeah. All right. So now the question is, do we, because when you're looking at like wishy-washy, his is just like a bunch of like general fish shapes. Oh. Get me back to Clip Studio. But I do like the idea of like there's just a bunch of these like so maybe for like the legs and stuff. GG, this is the second time in 2 weeks you got me drawing something with multiple legs, and I respect you for it. But like you get the okay, so like what I'm thinking is like the legs and stuff are the Centerbees, and then Centerbee swarm form is like this part is like this big ball of massive electricity, blah 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 blah. But we could then like make it look cool and kind of like an electric bee kind of thing is what I think we're gonna do here. And then like we can have, or even maybe go more a little bit more lean into like the hornet vibe here and like have this like big old stinger in the and then like maybe the antennas are also a couple of them. So yeah, we ended up with this little guy here, little battery man, little center bee is what I've been saying so far, and then this is what I'm thinking for the swarm form here. Oh, she hot, she hot. Tablet is screaming today. That's okay. We'll give it a break in a little bit. This kind of looks... Shrink it a little bit here. More room to play on the canvas. Yeah, that was kind of the idea, having the legs be like all this, and then the inner mass will be there, like the electric storm of sorts that they've made there. And then I figured, yeah, we can do the same thing kind of with these antennae. Gotta make sure. Yeah, exactly. I always thought just like that part of the movie and the comic would be a really cool like battle anime. Ooh, that's tough actually. That is a good question. I like the idea. Or electric bug. I think electric. Oh no, I'm gonna mull that over. Because like right now my knee-jerk reaction I want to say electric steel, like a little, but it being so buggy and not having the bug type bugs me. So I don't know. I don't want to cover this stinger here. So we're just gonna have this be like that. And then like having these like big electric kind of wings bursting out there. Who do I want to look at for a good reference on that? What is that big round doofus's name? Regieleki. Oh yeah, okay. I'm not too far off on how they convey just electrical power. Go to this. I don't hate that idea. A little bit more like that. And then we go back to our reference. Love it, love it. Images. Okay. So why don't we? So they just kind of have. There we go. 'Cause I like this. Where that's kind of coming from. Ooh, yep. So have this one coming out a bit more forward. You know what? When in doubt, you know what I'm gonna do. Bam. And then, because I do want a bit of symmetry here. Oop, not what I wanted to do. There we go. And then that's easy enough to just add one more. Look, trying to decide if we want these legs, another set of legs like this, or another tinier leg. I think I want smaller. Oh, congratulations there, Zeph. Definitely let us know, and we'll be sure to plug that as much as we can, wherever we can. Oh yeah, my layers are all janked up here. Merge with the layer below. Did you not hear what I said? Merge with the layer below. Clip Studio is on my butt tonight. I will say that. They are on my butt. Nope. Look. I like all of the ideas that we're seeing here in chat. Pokemon in more industrial city-like areas where normal hives wouldn't have the best space, so they're more mechanical bee rather than natural bee. I do like that a lot, and then I also like it's this is some fun lore. Could be they build their hives in transformers and produce some kind of oil instead of see I like all of these ideas. We're coming up with some cool stuff here. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with more of these big guys. I think almost kind of like a spider hawk, if anyone has seen those. And they have those big legs. No, I don't like where that one is positioned because it doesn't make sense. Alright. Selected layers. Now we're into the problem solving part of the stream, y'all. Welcome to it. I think we're gonna swap this to like that. I like that better. Whoop whoop whoop. Turn these a bit more in. Ooh, I like that a lot. Because I did like that in Sun and Moon. Like, it took a while before your Wishy-Washy could get the swarm form because it needed so much health. I want to move this arm a little bit. And then that's what's wrong with this. Alright, yep. So you would see the bottom side of this, so you would see the plugs. Oh. There we go. Just get rid of this. Did they not? I thought they did. Because they, like, didn't Clefairy go from normal type and stuff like that to Fairy? Or who are you referencing in particular? Oh my god, yep. Okay, yep. Sold. Definitely agree. we're just gonna do the same old trick here. Oh, is that why? This, yeah. We get rid of this. We don't need him anymore. He's been helpful. Don't worry, I have him saved. That's why. I like the symmetry. The only thing I'm not sold on is the eye shape here at the moment. I don't know what to make that look like, though. I mean, we're already not far off with the whole terastallized thing, right? So let's just rip the band-aid off. Like, I know it's a different mechanic, but I just mean as far as the people being accepting that a Pokemon can have its own type, or have a third typing of sorts. I kind of want this going a little bit. And have this go over, and this kind of do one of those. Alright, I'm really just avoiding the real problem is I gotta figure out where the next set of legs go. Really gotta figure out that problem instead of just continuously moving on and making new ones. But that's art, right? That's art. That's what you do. going. I'm making a multiversal mon. Starts with Pokemon that then gains some aspects of Digimon in stages 1, then evolves into a stage 2 and gains Yu-Gi-Oh aspects. This will be done in 3 art styles at once. Oh, that's really cool. That is really cool. You'll have to send me that when you do that. All right. Brown and yellow red stinger. Ooh, I don't hate that. I was thinking maybe even like do the typical, like this part could be yellow, these 2 parts could be black, and then, well, actually, we'll see. I don't hate it. I like the red for the stinger though. We can definitely add that in. Okay, I think what we gotta do is first we're gonna move this one back. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move this one a little further back. Get another one of these ones. Actually, wait, we can just... All right. I think we're starting to finally look like something. It's a good question. Actually, I need to check that out. Let's take a look at Wishy-Washy here. Ooh. Wishy-Washy. Oh. Wishy-Washy. So I think the swarming is its ability in this specific case, because like the schooling ability there, bring that back up. Like the schooling ability on Wishy-Washy, that's what the ability is on Wishy-Washy, is the ability to have this alternate form that is more powerful the more HP they have. Is what I would say to you right now, but always open to. Yeah, no, that is at least the one ability that I'm seeing on the Bulbapedia there. The old Bulbapedia. Area up a bit, and then we can start trying to do some lining, see what happens. Yeah, so we can definitely start talking about that kind of stuff, as far as because I will say that is a side of the Fakemon community that I struggle with. I never stats and stuff. I am a bit of ignorant when it comes to that kind of stuff. I wish I knew more, but I don't. I want this to be electric. So maybe, because we can have... Okay, so have that be black. And then this also be black with a stripe in it. Yeah, the eye is still the only thing that I'm not quite sold on yet. I don't know what to do for it, though. Yeah, even just making it... No. It's gotta be big. It's a bug. Yeah, maybe just moving it a bit helped. Maybe that made me feel better about it. Oh, okay. Well, because he's electricity, I expect him to be fast, right? Or is that not a thing? Just trying to make these make a bit more sense for me. While we're thinking of ideas for Cinderbee here as well, we should also start talking about Karachnid as well, because we didn't do that. That's again, that's something I've never considered, but for you, Poogie, last week we did draw this little guy here. We ended up with Karachnid, just a small little coral spider crab here. I enjoyed drawing him quite a bit. All right, let's get back to my page here. There we go. And back to our bug. All right. So actually, I'm pretty okay. Ooh, okay. So maybe when it goes below half health, it loses its speed, or it like it gains a speed boost or something like that. Okay, well let's hop back to our little guy there for a minute and start giving him some lines here. My Fakemon line art pen, yes I do. When in doubt, look at reference here. Yeah, okay, so I'm not crazy. They do exactly what I think. Yeah, that's kind of what I was picturing, where like it picks up a bunch of like garbage and scrap off the floor and like flings it, almost kind of like. I see now. This we were talking about this earlier, where I don't think I know my Cramorant, something like that. Oh yeah, that would be cool. Stockpile. I always had a soft spot for Gulpin and Co. All right. No, I want more of. Okay, I think I understand. Yeah, that's more what I want. So I want like the face to be this yellowy clip to the layer below. Yeah, a little brighter. A little more into the yellow range. Yeah, there we go. Boom. Does kind of just look like a Lego man now. Gotta stop forgetting that the big one isn't the screen. Let's try copper. Yeah, definitely looking a little Lego-y, but that's okay. It's part of the industrial charm. Oh yeah, I don't have much Roblox experience in my time, but this kind of off-whitish blue here for the wings. You know what? Why don't we try like a copper color? No, I don't think I like that either. Why don't we just stick with... Alright, we can make the... Honestly, I think he still needs like... Well, we will work on that in a little bit. Let's go check out our other guy now, see how we're feeling. That's a great question. We haven't really gotten that far in the ideation process. I think honestly, I'm just we're just drawing right now and see what happens. I wouldn't mind making my own region at some point, but I'm not drawing these with a specific land in mind at the moment. So if you have any headcanons, by all means, have fun with it. We got my subjectively brushes. School sheet. No, that's not what I wanted. I want this. We want to put these all in. Alright. Where to start on this monstrosity? Where to start? I just gotta start tackling legs here. That definitely makes sense. I think you're definitely onto something with that. I think. Yeah, I don't know. I think it would be interesting to do maybe like a Twitch-overse and just make it about a bunch of like Twitch streamers, maybe like something like that, and it's some kind of Twitch Fakemon verse here. I know they already have like what Mogul Gold or I can't remember what he called it, but do something like that maybe. Yeah, I definitely do want to get into drawing more of the trainers and stuff like that. Honestly, just building building confidence to drawing people on here. Not quite there yet, but we'll get there soon enough. Because like I do like the idea of making like the pair and see how they feed off of each other. Like I think that could be a really fun, creative outlet there, or something to try there. Experiment maybe is the word I'm looking for. Yeah, 100%. Oh, and then I also always thought it would be cool to do like a more fantasy version of a realm, like kind of like where they go back in like the X and or not X and Y, sorry. I gotta make sure this is on top. On the Legends Arceus there, like I kind of thought it would be cool to design like not a retro land of a one that already exists, but make your own kind of like old fantasy region. I think that could be cool. But I feel like someone's already done that out there. Yeah, I do also. I have drawn some Digimon in the past as well, as far as like other things that I draw in my spare time. I run a Digimon D&D 5e podcast with some friends, one of which who are in the chat here. So if you're ever looking for some more content, always check out Digidice Monsters. Yeah, I definitely think that like that is a the much healthier way to look at it. So that's why also like I'm trying to, just to see what kind of evolves here out of doing this. I've only streamed twice here, so this is my second stream here. So yeah, I do like our little owl boy there. I think we're just gonna do that. And we go in like this. Yeah, that's a very good point. That is a very good point. And like with everyone, like everyone has their own styles and preferences and tastes and all that kind of stuff. So that will breed its own originality as well. So like I know, definitely in the long run, I don't think it'll stop me in the grand scheme. But for now, we're just kind of vibing out, drawing some Fakemon here on Twitch, and we'll see where we go. I'll probably upload the VODs and maybe make some shorter versions of the videos onto YouTube as well, just to go with some of my other ones that we have there. You know what this is also kind of giving me? The energy of the Mind Flare from Stranger Things, just because with the way the legs are kind of like draping over. Alright, come on. Let's go. Yeah, Clip Studio is not my friend today. It is stuck again. Okay, we just keep drawing. Yeah, I think that is also a really good point. And like, I think, two creatives having a similar idea somewhere, like, happens all the time. So I definitely agree that that's the best way to go about it. And honestly, like, you might even make a friend out of it as long as you're kind and respectful and you're not like, well, I did it first. All right, come on. Do you post anywhere, Poogie? Come on, let's go, Clip Studio. Why are you doing this today? I just need to zoom out a bit here. Yeah, there's gonna be. Yeah, I think that is a fair concern. Okay, come on, Clip Studio. What are you doing? Maybe I need to stand it up for a minute. You gonna play ball with me? Come on. It is stuck again. Well, let's just, we're just going to put on the Be Right Back screen for a second here and refresh. All right, Clip Studio. Come on, Clip Studio. Come on back. There we go. Nope, still doing it though. we're back for a second here. We're gonna see if we can get this to work, but my tablet is deciding that it might be done for the day. It lets me. Okay, maybe we can make this work. Yeah, it's decided its 2-finger reduction has. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're definitely having a good time here tonight, and I appreciate you coming out. Let's see if we can. Come on. Yeah, my two. Yeah, no, I definitely agree. There are some, I would say, some bad actors, I guess, would be the best way to reiterate it. Or bad faith actors there that make things awful. Here hidden. Touch has decided to give up on me for tonight. It's like it starts to work. Yeah, the bucket tool definitely has its time and place, I will say. That's not what I want to do. How do I do it? But I definitely am one of you. I definitely use it. But everyone has their own kind of preference. There's always many ways to skin the cat on that kind of stuff. But yeah, it definitely, you get some of those pixel marks, and you get if you don't have your stuff. Yeah. So that's why what I like to do when I'm doing my color layers, I'll just do a hand. Like I'll just do a full gray layer on there, so I can go through and just drop all the colors on it. Hey, nothing wrong with that. I do like the idea. Like, it's pretty much like you're just traditionally drawing, but digitally. Nothing wrong. And I think there's something cool to that. A lot of digital painters do that too, right? All right. Okay. So what makes you say that? Just because they're like a little. Well, I like the idea because they're bulky. Like it's not a small thing. This one is at least. Like this form isn't. All right. Well, we're at the 2 hour mark there. Because he has a stinger and he also wholly swallowed up a lot of a charge. He launched, so he's okay. I like that idea. All right. So we're at the 2 hour mark here. So for tonight, that's probably where we'll call it for now. We'll bring this guy back up. I'll probably be on either Thursday or. I'll be on Thursday or next Monday there, and we'll finish this guy up. Thank you all for coming out. Poogie, it was great having you in the chat here. It was great chatting with you. Zephy, always a pleasure. And Gigi, thank you for this week's idea. Let me just go to the little bit of the ending here. But thank you all so much for coming out here. And oh, Twitch won't let you follow. That is so weird. Yeah. Jukes Arts on all social media, and you can find me there and see some more of the stuff I've drawn. Mostly on YouTube and Instagram. I have a couple stuff on Blue Sky and now X, but I might tweak this guy a little bit in between stream. We'll see, but I don't think there'll be too much to do. But maybe clean it up a little bit, and then we'll do a good old-fashioned color and stream. Night, y'all. Oh yeah, and don't forget to check out Digi Dice Monsters, a Dungeons and Dragons 5e actual play podcast. Also, yeah, please go to we also have a Nights of Saturday Discord where you can get notifications on when I go live there. Please check that out. I will get a link for that for next session, and so I can put that up for everyone. Thanks for coming out, y'all, and I will catch you later. Bye.